The Christmas numbers are in and they're saying that you are spending money that you don't have. We got the number for credit cards and they are ridiculous, guys. Not only that, but we're starting to see things like Walmart ad pay now, buy later at the checkout stands. That's right, at the checkout stands, at the self-checkout stands, they are now offering you guys. You can put bread on layaway. Oh man, make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. We're gonna talk about it, guys. Hold on. This is some good stuff because you guys need to know what's going on in this economy. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Make sure you also go into the pinned comment, look in the description. I have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter, guys. Please make sure that you go ahead and check that out. I promise you will get tremendous value and it's free. How can you beat that? Let's get to 50,000 subs, guys. I would really appreciate it. But guys, listen to this. No joke. No joke. Credit card spending piles up as savings dwindle. We have talked about this over and over and over again, how I have been saying that the money that people had during the stimulus check time, that money is gone. All the money that the government was giving out, that money has evaporated. And now we're in a season where everybody has pushed up their lifestyle.
Uh-oh. Can't make the scene if you don't have the green.
That's right, they're pushed up their lifestyle, and now they have to find a way to pay for that. And what is the best way? What is the best way, the American way, when it comes to keeping a lifestyle that you can't afford? Debt, credit. And a lot of people are jumping onto this, continuously applying for Citi cards, American Express, MasterCard, Visa, continuously doing what they can to keep up a lifestyle of going to Mexico, going to the Bahamas, going to Paris. Everybody wants to make it look like they are rich, when we know, based on the numbers, you ain't rich. Look, I see the numbers. I see the applications coming in. I see that tax return. You out here living the lavish life on IG. But when I see those tax returns, I'm like, you can't afford this. And I try to let people know. People are out here faking it till they make it. And they are drowning in debt. And Christmas was no different. It says U.S. customers continue to burn through their pandemic, and they are taking on more debt as they face high prices on everything from food to housing to entertainment. And then I want you guys to hear this. An executive from JP Morgan said at a December conference that before the pandemic, the bank's lowest income client on average had 12 days worth of cash on hand. Today, that average is around 15 days, meaning consumers are close to spending down the money they have socked away during the pandemic. Did you hear that? We are close, 3 days away, 3 days worth of savings away from being back to where we were. And you know what that means. It means we're gonna spend on our credit cards. We are going to act like we can afford things that we can't. We're gonna go buy that teddy bear. We're gonna go buy that race car. We're gonna go buy that big screen 75-inch TV that's $4,000 that you cannot afford. And we're gonna do that and say, yep, I'm gonna treat myself.
What?
That's what we're starting to see with this. Now, the numbers haven't came in to show us exactly if it's down, if spending's down wholly from Christmas. We haven't seen that number, but we are knowing, and it's no surprise to me that people would rather spend credit card debt than their own money. And it's mostly because they don't have it. I mean, that's just what it is. They don't have it. Most people do not have it, and they're going to lend from credit card companies, and credit card companies will lend back to you at 26% interest rate. But you know, who's counting interest rate? Remember, interest rate really doesn't matter. Nobody's paying attention to how much money you have to pay back, credit card companies. All you care about is getting the item, right? At least that's how most people describe it to me. It goes on to say, for many customers, maintaining their lifestyle while grappling with inflation and rate increases means relying more on credit cards and other products. Some are loading up on installment loans offered by buy now, pay later players as grocery bills remain elevated and mortgage rates sit around 7%. Isn't that crazy? So you're telling me that people will do buy now, pay later on on simple things? I know what you guys are thinking.
Orlando, nobody is going to do buy now, pay later on grocery bills. It's not even available.
Well, I got something for you. I got something for you. Let's look at this. Walmart adds buy now, pay later option at 4,500 self-checkouts. Walmart is now saying, well, we see an opportunity here to make money. And if you think that Walmart hasn't created its own buy now, pay later, or it's not getting a kickback from a private company that it set up with for the buy now, pay later, you're crazy.
Huh?
Walmart is making a bunch of money from this. They are doing anything they possibly can to make money off of individuals who cannot pay for things. Wow, this is crazy. You're putting bread on layaway. I mean, that's pretty much what you're doing. People are like, Orlando, come on, man. Is that really happening? Yes, it is happening. You are taking an installment loan on Ragu spaghetti sauce. That's what you're doing. You're taking out, let me say it again, for everybody in the back, you are taking out an installment loan on Ragu spaghetti sauce.
How smashing.
Imagine getting a bill from a firm. Imagine getting a bill from a buy now, pay later, and it says Ragu sauce, 26% interest rate. And then after you buy that Ragu sauce at 26% interest, the chef, the credit card company, is gonna give you the chef's kiss. Mwah.
Oh, beautiful.
You've made me so much money. I appreciate you. The buy now, pay later, they're gonna love you. Keep on doing that. Chef's recommendation.
It's funny because it's true.
Now, I get what a lot of you guys are going to say. Orlando, times are hard. The way that this economy is going, this inflation is out of control. Things cost 2 to 3 times more than what they used to. And I would say you are correct. I agree with you. I do stories on this all the time. So I 100% agree with you. But does that mean that you have to spend more, go on vacations, buy the most expensive cars, do all of this crazy stuff, unaffordable stuff, or should you budget? Or should you put yourself in a position to where if you do want to buy that home, if you do want to have financial freedom or just get your finances together, shouldn't you have an emergency savings account? Shouldn't you be getting rid of all the debt that you have? Shouldn't you be doing these things? I mean, call me crazy. A lot of people will comment, be mad and stuff and tell me,
Orlando, you don't know how it is out here.
I mean, I live in the same reality you live in. And the reality is, if you want to get ahead in this financial world, if you want to put you and your family in the best position, especially if you're trying to buy a home, you should not be putting Ragu on an installment loan for 26% interest rate. You should not be going and buying Christmas gifts for people that most likely you don't even like, that you're trying to impress, that you are trying to say, you know what? I can buy this expensive gift because I have it, when you don't have it. Or at the very least, you're buying the most expensive thing for your loved ones, your children, and it's putting you in a hole that you can't dig yourself out of. Or would you think that it would be better for you not to buy those items and not have to pay 26% interest rate?
Think about it. It worth it.
For the first time, Walmart will offer buy now, pay later loans at select self-checkout. Lender Affirm announced this week. The loans will be offered Viva checkout at more than 4,500 U.S. stores. To qualify, buyers must spend at least $144. At least. I mean, and then it says, Walmart products excluding groceries with financing limits of $4,000. How generous of Walmart to say,
We're not monsters out here, okay? We're not gonna let you take out an installment loan on a stick of gum for 25 cents. We won't do that. We won't do that. But $144, and we'll give you $4,000 max that you can spend on an installment loan at a grocery store.
I mean, how nice of them. How nice of them. Of course, they're going to make 26% interest off of you. But we're not talking about that. We're not talking about it. But let's look at how long it is. Shoppers can spread those payments out over 24 months. 2 years, guys. You can spread out your payments. You can pay for groceries that you bought in January of 2023 and pay it back in January 2025.
Man, I'm dead.
How wonderful that you can just rack that up. Now, my question to you is, I know some of you guys will think, Orlando, hey, if you got to do what you got to do. And I would say, do you really want to pay for 2-year-old grocery bills at a high inflation rate with high interest rate? Make it make sense to me, guys. Make it make sense to me. And you guys are telling me that the economy is doing good and we have programs like this coming out.
Do you believe me yet?
I just showed you that credit card spending on Christmas was ridiculous. Majority of people bought things on credit cards than they bought in cash and took out of their savings. Now I'm showing you that Walmart is now offering buy now, pay later at their checkouts. You can get a loan for a Ragu spaghetti sauce. I hope you got value out of this content and that you won't get all of your value off of this one video. I need you to watch this video here. Yes, it will help you understand what's going on in the housing market, what's going on in the financial news, and get into your first rental property. And the information you will get from that video, it will be gold. I promise you. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.